Hello and welcome to Lauriceskitchen Kitchen. It's time for part 2. Ages ago, when Food Network used to actually have cooking shows and not just food competition reality TV, we used to watch Food 911 with Tyler Florence. In one episode, he made chicken enchiladas at a firehouse, and that's what we're making today with our homemade corn tortillas. I've been using his recipe with very minor modifications ever since, so let's see what we're gonna need. In addition to our 2 recipes of corn tortillas, we're also going to need 1.5 pounds of cooked chicken breast that's been shredded. Now this is 2 chicken breasts that I've simmered and shredded, but I've also used 2 cans of chicken breast, which makes this very convenient. The recipe also calls for 28 ounces of stewed tomatoes, but I've also used just diced tomatoes in their liquid, and I don't think anybody noticed the difference. We'll also need cumin, garlic powder, and a Mexican spice blend, and this is our version of Tango Spice Company's Twist and Shout. The original recipe called for 5 whole chilies seeded and chopped, but I find it's just easier to use the chopped green chilies. We'll need 1 onion chopped, along with a few cloves of minced garlic and 4 chipotle peppers in adobo sauce. Now this does make it kind of spicy, so you can cut back if you want to. We'll need enchilada sauce, and if you make your own, that's wonderful, but I just use the canned. We need a cup of frozen corn thawed, although I find it more convenient to just use the canned corn drained. Now as always, all these ingredients are listed over here, as well as the full recipe and instructions in the description box below. I will include Tyler Florence's original recipe as well as the modifications that I've made to it. We just put this filling together on the stovetop, so let's get over there and start cooking. I'm starting with about 3 tablespoons of canola oil in the bottom of this pan. We'll be starting with the onions and garlic first, since the chicken is fully cooked. I want to sweat these vegetables. I don't necessarily want to caramelize them. So I'm going to start with the onions first. And then we'll add in the garlic in about 1.5 minutes. I'm just going to leave the garlic on top of the onions so it can steam for just a little bit. That way it'll soften without me having to worry about it becoming brown. Okay, this has been sitting for about 1 minute, so we can move it around now. We'll give this about another 30 seconds, and then we'll add in all our seasonings. Alright, I can see a few things starting to brown, and I don't want that, so we'll add in our seasonings. This is probably about a teaspoon of salt, although this is to taste, so you can use more or less to your taste. Fresh cracked black pepper. All of our seasonings. All right, we're going to stir this around. Next in go our chopped chilies. Then our chipotles and adobo. Next in goes the corn. The tomatoes with their liquid. Okay, we'll get this stirred around, and then we're adding in the chicken. We'll get this all mixed in, and then I'm going to let it simmer for about 10 minutes or so. I am starting with the enchilada sauce in the bottom of my casserole dish. Now, it's best to use fresh tortillas. If they're not fresh, you may need to heat them up in the microwave. I've done this both ways, where I've had the enchilada sauce in a pie plate and I've dipped these, but really I don't think it makes much difference. So I just turn that over. Then we're going to fill it with about a 1/4 cup of filling. Okay. And then we're just going to roll this over and place this seam side down. All right, I'm just gonna add just a little more enchilada sauce to the top here. And then we're gonna add our cheese. You can put on as much or as little cheese as you like. I kind of like these covered. Whoops, okay. This is going in a preheated 350-degree oven for about 20 minutes. Like all casseroles, this will benefit if you let it sit for about 5 minutes before serving. You'll probably get at least 4 enchilada casseroles out of all that filling, and you may still have some left over. It's excellent on scrambled eggs. I'm serving my enchiladas with refried beans and my Spanish rice, so let's give this a taste. Okay, let me get in here. Oh, it's gonna be a big bite. I won't be able to talk. Mmm. Mmm. So good. We'll also need coriander, that's cumin. Come on! Thank you for visiting Laurice's Kitchen. If you enjoyed this video, give the like button a click and don't forget to leave a comment. We're always happy to hear from you. If you haven't already, subscribe to our channel and don't keep us a secret. Share our videos with your friends and family. You can follow us on Facebook for behind-the-scenes pics and videos, and on Twitter for upcoming videos and the random cat picture.